Hello and welcome everybody to another Final Fantasy draft video. I'm Paul Cheon and today we have hit Diamond. We have been having a nice run of things. I have personally gotten 3 trophies in a row. Let's try to make it number 4. Now again, I keep trying to draft the multicolor towns deck. Maybe this will be the day we get it done, but hey, we had a busted deck in the last one with a bunch of great rares. I'll definitely run that back. Now, before we hop into this draft, I just wanted to say that this video is brought to you by TCGplayer.com. Go to TCGplayer.com if you want Match the Gathering singles and sealed product. They're the place to go if you want Final Fantasy booster boxes, Edge of Eternity's booster boxes, or even some Spider-Man product. If you also want singles for your constructed decks, they are the place to go. Make sure you hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, check out heavyplay.com for all your Match the Gathering supplies and accessories needs. If you go to your local FNM, or any other local tournament, or you just want to make sure that everything's ready to go for your next Commander game, heavyplay.com has everything you need in terms of deck boxes, playmats, sleeves, dice boxes, live pads, and more. Go to heavyplay.com/paulcheon for 10% off your first order. They're also basically every Match the Gathering convention. Swing by the booth, tell them Paul sent you for 10% off in person as well. All right, what do we have? What do you do? Cecil Harvey, 1 white black for a 2/2 lifelinker. At the beginning of each of your post-combat main phases, you may pay X life or X the number of opponents that were dealt damage. If you do, draw X cards. Okay, that's all right. Decent cards. It's white-black, though. I like Quistis a lot, and I do like Chocobo Kick a fair amount, so those are the other 2 cards that I'm looking at. Zeldinct is just okay, in my opinion. So yeah, I really think it's either between Timna, the Weaver, Quistis, or Chocobo Kick. I'm a sucker for Quistis. I mean, Chocobo Kick could be the better card, but I just like this card a lot, and it's just much more fun to play with just because it could be anything. We have no idea what could be in the graveyard when you try to utilize the Quistis here. Although green, arguably, I mean, green and blue are both very strong, but yeah, just both of them you can certainly consider. Here we have the choice between Eject, Summon Fat Chocobo, Adalbert Steiner if you want to draft some type of white aggressive deck, Syncopate, Resentful Revelation are both fine cards, Call the Mountain Chocobo. So a bunch of decent cards, but I think the best cards here that stand out to me are Eject and Summon Fat Chocobo. Given that we started with with Quistis, we should probably take the Eject here. Do like it a fair amount too. All right, is it time? There's also Absolute Virtue. Hold on. So we got Omega and Absolute Virtue. There's Stuck in Summoner Sanctum and Suplex as well, but I'm kind of deciding between one of these 2 big cards. All right, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it, okay? They're both really good, but I want to have some fun, okay? I think this might be my last Final Fantasy draft, so I want to have some fun. And Absolute Virtue, they're both really fun cards, but let's go for it, okay? Let's just go for the Absolute Virtue and make this happen. Now, I don't want to be a blue-white deck. I want to be a blue-green deck, splashing white. If I want to play a card like the Absolute Virtue, you definitely need to make sure that you get a good amount of ramp to make this happen. And I probably want to be a Towns deck as well. There's a Vane's Treachery, which is a really good card. And if I was just drafting normally, I would probably just take it. But again, I just don't think this is a card that you should play without being a base green deck. So I'm really looking at the Guado Solemn. I think this card's going to be quite good. And you know what? Let's go for it. I'm just going to take it. Blue-green, you're probably going to want to be a Towns deck anyways. Here, there's a blue-white. Oh, no, I'll take the Fat Chocobo. These are both really good Towns, but Summon Fat Chocobo is just too strong, I think. So let's go ahead and take that here. All right. Let's make this work. There's a blue-green town again. There's a Grand Pulse Ochu. I'll take another town just to make sure that we have that end covered and move on. Slash of Light can be okay. All the other cards in this pack are quite bad, so I'll take it. But certainly this is the type of card that's much better if you are in a deck with lots of equipment and you have you're able to utilize this a lot more. It's a late Call the Mountain Chocobo, but I'm going to take Stuck in Summoner Sanctum just as an okay interactive spell. Green certainly not super open here, but I don't care. Okay, I am throwing it all out the window to try to play Absolute Virtue. I don't even need that much green, okay? I just want some Precious Wanderings, all right? Some Gubu Gardeners. That's it. That is it. I'll just play all the good cards in all the other colors. I would like Grand Pulse Ochu, though. I feel like the blue-green town is more valuable, but I think Grand Pulse Ochu does a lot of work in this type of deck, just letting you get to the late game. Like having 2 Grand Pulse Ochus in every deck in this type of deck, I think is quite strong. Here, I'll take on the red-green town and see what happens. I don't care. I don't care, Doan or Gumu or any of you folks drafting green. I'm also doing it. I am also doing it. All right, let's take Syncopate here. We'll just get all the town greeters and stuff in the next pack. It'll be okay. Ooh, Precious Wanderings or Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. I'm going to take... You know what? I'm actually a little bit worried that I'm not going to get enough of these. I'm going to take one. Over a second Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum. All right. I mean, Syncopate's a totally fine playable card, so this is still looking okay. The way that I look at it, too, is, you know, Syncopate is... Right now, like, our curve's not looking great, but it's something that I can play on turn 2, right? So that's good. You absolutely want to have some number of ramp. This getting you a town is also quite strong. Certainly could use more things to do early. Also card... Like, that's the issue with these types of decks. You need towns payoffs. You need card draw. You need things to do early. You just need so much to go right to really put it together. So it does kind of have to be open. But here we are. Astrologian's Planisphere is pretty cool. Grand Pulse Ochu is also pretty nice, but this is a 1/1. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell or draw your 3rd card. Do I have enough non-creature spells? You know, honestly, the Grand Pulse Ochu might be better, but I'm just gonna take this because it's cooler. All right, we're all aboard the cool train here. If it's a cool, flashy rare, that's probably slightly worse for my deck. You better believe I'm going to take it here. All right, there's an Omega here. Dragoon's Wyvern is good. Ice Magic is good, and so is Town Greeter. But I'm taking the payoff, baby. Let's go. Let's go. We are taking the Omega here. All right. So we got our payoff, and we have 2 really good payoffs. Here, this is quite a weak pack. There's White Auracite, which is very good, but not on the splash. Samurai's Katana is premium uncommon, but for us, I suppose we are just taking a Bal-MT Rexar. All right, so blue-green, splashing white. What do we have here? There's a Gubu Gardener, which I think is pretty important for this type of deck. There's an Overkill on the splash that I can consider, but I don't have any 2-drops. And so I think I'd rather just have the Gubu Gardener here over the Overkill. Especially when I have Omega and Absolute Virtue in my deck. Just more of these types of effects. Like, certainly there have been decks where the Gardener isn't as good, where you kind of top off at like 5 mana and all of a sudden it's not that effective. But I feel like with Omega and Absolute Virtue, we absolutely want, you know, like 2 Gardeners in our deck if possible. Quistis is looking a little bit mediocre right now. We have a Wanderings and an Eject so far. Hopefully we can pick up some stuff there. All right, we'll take a Wyvern. It's just too much better than the Geisel Greens. I mean, it's just a really good card, so happy enough to pick it up here. Would really like Travel the Overworld. That's an excellent Towns payoff if we can find one of those. Bit of a weak pack here. Don't care about Hope on the splash. We're blue-green, cornered by black mages. We'll just take the greens. I mean, it's a totally fine card to play. Ooh, Combat Tutorial. Super, super happy about that. Some black being passed as well, but this deck certainly could use some card draw, so this is great. Also works well with the Quistis. And we now have managed to pick up a couple of extra cards to cast off of the Quistis. And some spells that also work well with the Astrologian's Planisphere. All right, second copy of Precious Wanderings, which I will most likely play. So happy enough with that as well. And now we're looking at 16 cards. So now on the wheel, if we can pick up... I don't think I saw any Bant towns, but, you know, if I see like a blue-white or green-white town, would love to pick that up to... you know, make our Omega stronger, and hopefully we can pick up another town payoff in the next pack. So now we're looking for some interaction. We have 2 removal spells. Our curve is looking much better now. 5 things to do on turn 2. We have some top end. We have some good fixing. So liking where this is at so far. I'm just going to take a town here over Airship Crash. In next pack, we have Treno. All right, so black is looking like we have a potential free splash as well. Remember, we passed that Overkill, but if we do randomly see like a Sephiroth's Intervention, Cloud of Darkness, right? Those are certainly cards that we can consider splashing now that we picked up a free green-black and blue-black land here. All right, pack 2, pick 11 has kind of nothing. I guess I'll take Commune with Beavers, but not looking to play that. Play a Monk's Fist in case I don't have enough 2s, but right now we have more than enough playables. 2, 3, 4, 5. 21 minus 5 is 16, and I do not mind playing these 16 cards. So happy enough with this setup right now. It's a late Gala Cat and a Blazing Bomb. I like Blazing Bomb a lot, actually, in the blue-red decks. But here we are. All right, give us a sweet, sweet Towns payoff. Nope. No Towns payoff. There is an Ultima, but that's double white, which I don't want to do. So here we have the choice between Torgal and Combat Tutorial. I think I should take the Torgal. Just a really good 2-mana. Like, it's a 2-drop that also ramps me. Do I have any humans? We're on 1 human, the Quistis. It doesn't matter. It's just a 2-mana ramp creature that kind of gets us to where we need. I do like Combat Tutorial a lot, and this deck does probably need 1 more card draw effect. But between Combat Tutorial, Dreams of Laguna, and hopefully Travel the Overworld, I'm really hoping that I get one in a future. Oh my gosh, Summon Fenrir. All right, so the person passing to us opened a bomb rare of some kind because that's missing. But Summon Fenrir is one of the best uncommons in the format, and the best uncommon for this deck, not close. So extremely happy to pick that up. I mean, very, very happy to pick them. Maybe we'll table the green-white land here, or Scorpion Sentinel. But super happy about Fenrir. Travel the Overworld. Not even looking at anything else. I mean, there's an Ignis Scientia, which is good. I think Travel the Overworld's more important. We need ramp. We have a bunch of towns. We have Summon Fenrir, Double Wanderings, and 2-mana ramp effects already. Again, I think this is very good. I think this is more important for what we need right now. And for what it's worth, I do think Ignis is fantastic. But, like I said, this is kind of a... I'm taking what's probably a slightly weaker card for something that this deck needs a little bit more. All right, we'll take a Chocobo Kick for good interaction. Certainly could use some cheap removal, so that was a really nice pickup. Ooh, some blue-white cards. There's a Farseek and a Balamti Rexar. Those are my considerations. All right, I'm going to try the Farseek. This actually has a surprisingly kind of a lower win rate, but I still want to try it just because I want to ramp into my big things here. So let's try that. Maybe you can cut some Precious Wanderings instead. Or what do you do? Kinnan? Is that good? I think I'm just going to take a Chocobo Kick here. The thing that this deck is missing is interaction. So, ooh, Town Greeter's great. Let's take that. And although, am I lacking like top end ways to win? I guess I'll take like an Ice Flan. I mean, look, sometimes you just need a random way to win the game. Do I want another town or a Blitzball? This is definitely not a deck that needs Blitzball, so I can take the town. Gigantoad is totally fine filler and something that's good in the late game. And I like the Grand Pulse Ochu. So, I mean, this deck is looking very, very solid. I'm very happy with what this deck looks like right now. We have 6 towns, 24 cards, plenty of things to do early. We picked up a couple of Chocobo Kicks for interaction. We have the card draw into Combat Tutorial and Travel the Overworld. I feel like we kind of covered most of the bases, and we even got some late, like a Gigantoad and an Ice Flan to help close out the game. Certainly, I think this is probably a 16-land deck with double 2-mana ramp creatures and a Town Greeter and Summon Fenrir and 2 Land Cyclers. But yeah, I like the look of this deck a lot. Here we have, I don't know, a Sid, which I'm not going to play. And there's a Rook Turret that we're not going to play. All right. Now, this deck isn't busted by any means, but like I feel like this checks a lot of the boxes that you're looking for when you're drafting this type of deck. We have the top-end stuff here. We have card draw. We have plenty of things to do early. So just kind of like everything about this deck, let's see what we can do. Certainly just need exactly 1 Plains. I do want the Plains because I have a Farseek and a Summon Fenrir. And then we just want to make sure we have enough blue and green cards. 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Right now we're on 8 green sources. Definitely want at least 9. And then this is 8 blue sources. So 9 green, 8 blue seems reasonable based on what we have. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11, 15, 16 lands. And we still have 2 cards that we need to cut here. Clean this up real quick. All right. I think I can afford to cut an Ice Flawn here. I think I like the Giganto just a little better. We do have a good amount of ramp, and this is just a nice large creature in the late game where the other card costs 6 mana, and I have a Balamti Rexar for a land cycler already. And then I think we need to cut one more card. We're currently sitting on 12 creatures, but we also have... I don't know if you count Summon Fenrir as a creature, but the Planisphere is also a creature, and the greens is also kind of a creature type effect. So can probably cut one spell here. I'm thinking maybe it's one of the Wanderings or one of the Syncopates. I think that's kind of what I'm down to. I like all the other cards. I want this just as an interactive spell. I want to try the Farseek effect, although we don't have any 4-mana plays. Like, I wonder if the Wanderings is better than Farseek, just because this gets us a town. Although, granted, we don't have a ton of town payoffs, but we do have 2. You know, this feels a little weird, but I actually think I'm going to cut Farseek and keep the Wanderings. This actually acts as a trick, and I have a bunch of 2-drops as well. I don't know. I don't actually know if that's correct, but I've like before I didn't think I had enough things to do on 2, and I don't have a lot of 4-mana plays either. So let's just try this and see how this goes. I still think this deck looks quite nice. Our mana is looking pretty solid. Lots of ramp as well. And some good top end here. One thing I wish I had was maybe some recursion because I do have the Town Grader. So one way to recursion things out of the graveyard would have been nice. But let's give this a whirl. Bant Towns. We finally did it. Just once. All right, now before round 1 starts, just wanted to say that if you've been enjoying this content and wanted to support the channel in a different way, I have a Patreon. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Access to the Patreon gives you access to my Discord channel. I think, you know, it's a really great place to join an awesome community of folks also looking to up their limited game. You know, I'm so happy with what the Discord's become. Great community, super awesome and helpful people. Even if you're a new player to Magic, no question is a dumb question. So really good place to join an awesome community. Also, I do monthly videos for the Patreon along with some other benefits. Check it out. Alrighty. Opponent on the play here. A no town draw. I mean, this has a decent curve, but it's a more boring draw, if you will. But you know what? Boring also gets the job done. Oh gosh, Saz's Chocobo. Saz's Chocobo also gets the job done. All right, that's a 1-2. So I'm expecting it to be a 2-3 next turn. So how do I want to do this? So here's the thing, right? I can play this. I have a lot of other spells to play. The thing is, if I play this, I can kill it next turn. Because it'll be a 2-3 and I play a land and I Chocobo kick. There's just so much more upside with this one. I mean, technically, I could also pick something up and get this done too, right? So I don't think the Saz's Chocobo will be too bad, but this turn 1 is always brutal. It looks like they have some kind of removal spell here. Nope. What kind of... You know what? Whatever. This is an unreasonable draw for my opponent. They have a Summon Fenrir here too. This is so gross. Oh man, what do I do? What a start. This is off of a mulligan too, by the way. I mean, very good chance we just straight up lose the game here. I mean, this 1-drop is a 4/5 now. Like, how is that even reasonable? You know what I mean? But I didn't want to bounce a land just yet. It just felt too early. But, I mean, now that it's a 4/5, I do have the ability to kill it with Chocobo Kick with either of my creatures. But let's see what they do. I mean, presumably they're going to play something big here. Ooh, they did not. So this will die and draw them a card. Here's the thing, though. It's like, if they have a removal spell, it's so devastating for me that I don't even think that I can realistically fire off this Chocobo kick. I think my best bet is just to attack with both of my creatures and just try to race them somehow. And then what? You know what I mean? It's like, I can play the Wyvern, or I can keep up Syncopate for 3. I think I should play the Wyvern. At least this is like a racing situation, and I can chump the Chocobo. So it's not that bad. And it does feel like they have some kind of removal effect. Oh, never mind. Precious Wandering, sure. So this is just the biggest Chocobo ever. It's going to be a 6-7. I'm glad I didn't go for the Chocobo kick, I guess. All right, you draw your card. What a I mean, this little Chocobo is going to absolutely destroy me. But maybe we can race it, but they have 4 cards in hand here too. Certainly chumping here. See what happens. So a land here wouldn't even do it. Town Greeter's okay. So they're like Golgari based, I guess. Presumably they're going to get a town back here. Why didn't they play that first? And another play? Okay, nothing. Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, let's do this. Wow, just nothing. Okay. Well, let's play Summon Fat Chocobo here. Puts a Chump Blocker in play. I mean, we have a lot of things, and they're kind of all in on this Chocobo. I imagine Fat Chocobo is going to die here. Wait, what? Okay, so I imagine Fat Chocobo is also going to die here. Sure. Okay. I mean, they're at 10 life. Oh, the Town Greeter stays back, sure. Okay, that's just crazy, man. This doesn't even make any sense. This puts you in a position to die. All right. Well, we do need to keep something back. Man, we can't play anything in our hand. This is crazy. So with the Chocobo kick, this deals 3 damage? Or 6 damage? I guess I do it, right? They have 1 card. This is 8 damage. I'm just trying to figure out how much I want to attack with. They have 1 card in hand. I have a Syncopate for 3 available. I guess we'll just do this. I mean, this just gives us the best chance of winning. If they have a way to kill my Wyvern, that's game. But if not, then I can chump and attack back. Again, I can counter a 3-mana spell. Wow. I gotta think about this. I mean, I'm just gonna do it. Let's Syncopate for 3. Because it pumps my other creature. Do they want to pay? Okay, they have a removal spell here too. No, I mean, good sequencing from the opponent. They had kind of everything, right? No, really good sequencing from the opponent. I mean, that's just a straight up loss. Not much I can do. Literally, I mean, there's a reason why Saz's Chocobo is one of the highest win rate cards in the entire format. You play that turn 1, and if I just can't find a way to get it off the battlefield, you will lose to it. I did have the opportunity to like chocobo kick like turn 2, but I just didn't feel like it was necessary, and of course that ended up backfiring and it killed us. But yeah, I mean, turn 1 Sasa Chocobo on the play into turn 3 summon Fenrir. Gonna be really hard to beat that with what, 3 removal spell backup. Got close though. All right, on the play here, I will keep this. Man, the fact that they had a 5-drop and another like, removal spell backup, that's crazy. All right. Anyways, we have a Syncopate here, which is going to be important. Just literally counter anything here. Drew a combat tutorial, which is great. Obviously, I would love a creature, but can't complain right now. Smooths out our draw. Gaelic Cat. Ooh, Gaelic Cat lines up very well against Dragoon's Wyvern. But I do get to draw a million cards next turn. So we go to 6, then 5, then 4. Oh, we're going to have to discard a card. Oh, they are doing it. It's a 2/4 vigilance creature. Do I pick up a land? That's the question. I think it's just like too big of a cost, especially with this Absolute Virtue. So I'm just going to take some damage. I also have Balamti Rexar. Let's just draw some cards and discard. And I want all of my lands. I think this card's probably the least impactful card here. So this is actually interesting. Like, I can either try to go for... Whoa, they're getting aggro. I can either try to go for, like, Balamti Rexar. Oh, Cactuar. Okay, never mind. All right, all right. All right. There is definitely some heat here. I have access to 6 mana. I can just play Balamti Rexar, but if they get that out of the way, it's really bad for me. This thing tramples? Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't even know which one to kill. Feels like that's going to do the most damage, so let's just do that. Look, I'm just trying to survive and cast my big cards, so... You know, even if they get this out of the way, I take 5 damage. Sure. I take 5. They have 2 cards left. I'm going to hold off on the Virtue for now and play this. And play the Balamti Rexar. What did I discard? Oh, the Gisal Greens or whatever. I mean, we've drawn a lot of cards, so that's good. Stuck in Summoner's Sanctum, sure. All right, we'll take the 2, and I think that might be the last bit of damage that we take. They have 2 cards. They could have countered this if they had it, so I don't think they have a counter spell. They have Cactuar and something. That's the something. That's Balamti Rexar. Okay. And Cactuar. All right. Well, that's everything. Let's play this. We have protection from each of my opponents. Okay. So now we can just start getting in with this thing. Because I can't take any damage. Let's play this. Play a land. End the turn. How many ways are there to kill this thing? I have no idea. But they basically had no cards left, and there you go! Absolute virtue! Getting it done. All we were trying to do was play the game of survive until we can get to absolute virtue, and we did. Just how we drew it up. 1-1. All right, on the play here, no blue sources, but I do have a turn 3 summon Fenrir, which will get us the blue source, so happy enough with that. Obviously, if I find like a Torgal here, that would be insane. But we didn't. Now, if they play a Syncopate on my Fenrir, I'm going to be so sad. All right, there's the Torgal. All right, anyways, let's do this. Get a blue source. I guess we'll take 3 here. They played an Albet Salvagers. All right, what do I want to play here? So something will get a counter. I have so many options. I can play Torgal and just have this be a big creature. And that allows me to keep up Syncopate for 1, which isn't great. I mean, Combat Tutorial could find me a land, but it could not. And if I don't find a land, of course, that's kind of a disaster scenario. So let's try this. Genova. Oh, yes. Okay. Perfect. That was perfect. Yeah. Yeah. Nice try there, friend. We'll take 3 again because we get to draw a card off of the Fenrir. I think I'd rather just draw a card here. All right, now things are looking quite good. We have a Quistis, we have a Chocobo Kick. So a lot of fantastic options. Do I want to kill the Salvagers? Probably. Let's play the Wyvern. All right. Just build a better board, be up on resources, build up our mana, try to get to the late game. I bet they were really excited to resolve that Genova. All right, Chocobo Kick here, it looks like, with the bird. Sure. We don't need the mana that much, so it's not that big of a deal. I will certainly block here. 4 cards in hand for the opponent, and that is a Gubu Gardener. All right, so that's a Town Greeter. Let's run that out. Hopefully we don't mill something awesome. Hit a land. That's good. Combat Tutorial. Okay. No attacks. All right. No more mana sources. We've certainly found our fair share. There's a Quistis. Right now, the best thing is a Combat Tutorial or a Chocobo Kick. They have a million greens. That's an X-Death, which is a 3/3. Okay. Yeah. Oh, they just milled an Overkill. This is just a 3/3 though. It's not even that big of a deal. I think I'm just gonna play Combat Tutorial, honestly. Just draw more cards. Put it here. If I can eject my Quistis, that would be awesome, right? We'll keep the creature back. Like, I'm happy trading the 3/3 for their X-Death if that's an option. Oh, nice. That was very good. Huh. I feel like bouncing the Quistis just gets me so much value, although I don't have anything great in my graveyard. This thing doesn't trap. I'm just going to take it. Fine, whatever. All right. Oh, Gigantoad. Okay, that's good. And then we get to play a land and keep up eject. So this is all wonderful. I can eject Quistis, play Quistis, and then eject it again. Whispers of the Muse vibes with that one. Hey, you know what? Gotta do what you gotta do, right? Keep the card flow going. You know what I mean? It's not like they can't attack me. Let's go. Oh, that's an Omega. That's a good one. I guess we just do that. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. What do I tap down? I guess the X Death, right? Hit for 6. Gain a bunch of life. Shinra Reinforcements, I do not care about. Two cards left in hand for the opponent. Looks like a Chocobo kick on Gigantoad. All right, let's look at their graveyard. There might be better spells now. There's a corner by Black Mages, which is not particularly strong. Oh, it's Avenged Treachery? Sure. Okay. Well, Omega gets to get in, so that's great. For 5, I have Quistis, but again, just nothing too... There's an Overkill and an Eject as an option. They just don't have great blocks here. I mean, but the more important thing here is I just want to play Fat Chocobo. All right. That means my Omega will trample next turn, so that's really good. And all they have is a greens, okay? So let's see. Everything gets trample. 8, 12, 13, 14, 15 trample damage. And I can kill a bunch of stuff too. Quistis, eject, Quistis. I'm just trying to figure out like what my best line is here. And also just trying to think if I have a lethal situation. Sure. I guess Chocobo Kick isn't bad because that turns this on again next turn. It's probably one of the better removal spells I can cast. Actually, no. What am I saying? Let's just do eject on this token. Oh, wow. We drew Precious Wanderings. Okay. Sure. I mean, these all trample, so. Are they just going to die here? 8, 11, 12. All right. Boom! Top end for the win. That was just like exactly how you want these games to play out. Play some stuff early, draw some cards, don't die, drop an Omega, Gigantoad, and close out the game. And I'm happy with my decision to play 16 lands. We just have so much mana where I think 16 is the correct number. I don't want to go to 15, but I don't think 17 is correct here. All right, opponent on the play here. Totally fine hand. Gonna lead with the tap land, of course, and then we'll go Ochu into tap land, which is why, like I said, I really like this in these style of decks. There's the greens. Play this. Play another tap land. I will happily trade this. Look, the idea is, the theory is at least, our late game is going to be stronger, so just minimize the damage that you take early. Granted, this is pretty good with Chocobo Kick. No attacks. Wow. I'm a little concerned about Syncopate here, but yeah. And I have the tap land, so it like makes things doubly awkward. Like alternatively, I could have gone tap land pass, but it's really easy for them to play around Syncopate too. So I just didn't want to play a tap land pass and do nothing. So that's why I did what I did. Now, if they kill the Ochu here, it's really annoying. Because then I don't have a creature here. I take 3. But fortunately, they do not want to trade here. They love their Chocobo. They love it. 3 cards in hand? Nah. These decks want just like a ton of mana. It's easy enough to play around Syncopate. I'm happy to do this. All right, how do I want to do this now? I can kill the Shiva to prevent them from drawing cards, because otherwise I'm going to take a ton of damage. There's a Quistis, which doesn't really quite do anything. Yeah, let's just kill the Shiva. Bounce a land because why not? Just represents more things I can have. I don't want to play a Naked Quistis, though. I'd much rather... Like, if I draw a 5th land, I can go Quistis Chocobo Kick again with the Grand Pulse Ochu. That's a Merchant, which is pretty good. And, okay, we found a Town Greeter. This is interesting, because, like, I don't want to miss land drops, but also playing the Toad seems pretty good here, so I'm just going to play the Toad and just know that, like, you know, I'm going to miss a land drop this turn, but I think that's fine. And I'm not going to attack here. I can get in for 1, but if they kill my Toad, it's kind of annoying. And it's only 1 point of damage. So let's just do it this way. You know, a turn 5 Saz's Chocobo is a lot less intimidating. So I'm okay with this. All right, so Town Greeter into untapped land into Wanderings is really, really nice, if I can find that. There is the untapped land. Let's get the plains. Maybe that was a mistake, actually. I don't know. Where do I want to put the counter? Probably on the Greeter, right? Just having this be a 2/2 is like a far more relevant body here. Torgal. Kind of want to get this out off the battlefield before they have the mana to activate. All right, that's another town. 20 to 15. Let's attack for 6. They're chumping. Wow. Okay. And I don't want to use Quistis for the Chocobo Kick just yet, so we'll just let them loot, I guess. Wow, they're like discarding Dragoon's Wyverns and stuff. Ah. I see. Well, that's certainly something that we're going to want to kill. So they're going to choose the Gigantoad. I mean, they lost their creature as well. Oh, and then I guess they have a Chocobo Kick, maybe? No. All right. Well, I'm not going to bounce that. Oh, we just drew Chocobo Kick? Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Three, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're 1 mana away from casting the Virtue. Let's kill that as well. I mean, I could have picked up a land, but I would have replayed it anyways. Whatever. All right. So we've killed their card draw mechanism. We have a 6/6 and a 2/2, and we have an Absolute Virtue. All right. Look at that. Beating another Value Towns deck, and we have now leveled up to Diamond 3. All right. We had a little bit of a rocky start, but turn 1 Saz's Chocobo will do that. But we have recovered, and now we're 3-1. All right, on the play here. Oh, yeah. I mean, totally fine hand. We have a turn 1 Town into Gubu Gardener into turn 3 Gigantode, which is obviously strong. Let's go Gardener. Yeah, I mean, just really, really nice on the play. What do they have for 1 red? They have a spell. Oh, Lightning Bolt. They have Lightning Bolt in their hand. Because I'm trying to figure out... Oh, Thunder Magic? I guess it could also be Thunder Magic. I think if it was Lightning Bolt, they would have cast it, though. So it might actually just be... It might actually just be the other card. The Thunder Magic. Which is fine. So what does this do? Then you may sacrifice another creature. Okay, that's fine. So I just take 2. All right, they milled an island. Suplex on the Gardener. Sure. I don't really need to kill that right now. They just mill a card. The reason why is I want to be able to play the Wanderings, but I also, of course, want to keep up Syncopate here and see what they do. So, like, this is a pretty good Syncopate target. So let's go for it. And then they get to hit me and mill me or whatever, which is fine. Next turn, I think what I'm going to do is Chocobo Kick, pick up a... Oh, there's my Omega. All right. Ooh, Combat Tutorial. This is fine. Everything is fine. We're still just developing our board. We have a monster creature in play, drawing cards. Reno will do what Reno does, but again, it's just like... Okay, Gaius Van Baelsar is very good here. All right, they hit the Quistis. Stop hitting spells, bro. All right. All right, I'm just going to try to slow things down here. Try to find a land. Still can't find a land. But it's okay. I mean, this hand is still totally fine. They're cycling Hill Gigas, so they're setting up for something big. They're going to play the Reno and Root again. And I do feel like... Oh, no, Queen Braun. Okay. All right, so that certainly changes things. So now I want to go Planisphere. And then Chocobo Kick, picking up a land. Kill that. Pick up a forest, sure. Okay. And then we can play Town Greeter. Hit a guys. We missed? It's just one of those. This game just feels really weird. I mean, hopefully we can still get it done here, but it's a very odd game, I will say. Okay, so they did have the Thunder Magic. We did Call that. One card left. How are they at 11? Oh, I hit them with Gigantoad a bunch. Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out like what happened. All right, here is their big last spell. I hope it's not too bad. It could be like a Choco Comet because there's a little delay in their casting. That's purely just guessing though. Oh, it's just a Thunder Magic. Okay. And they hit us for 2. That's fine. We do have Balanti Rexar here, which I'm going to play. 6/6 Trampler versus your 2/2, and you're in top deck mode. Come on. Are you kidding me? A spell that kills this gives them a treasure and pumps Blazing Bomb. I'm telling you, man. This feels like a really weird, like, cursed game almost. I just get that feeling, you know? Don't have another thing. You know what I mean? Just don't. All right, there's a Salvagers. Gosh. Do I just take this and try to race them? Or trade and give them a treasure here? It's also not good. Then I can just, like, never block. I think I need to block, sure. All right. All right, we need to draw one of our heavy hitters. Oh, I needed to get a white source. Whoops. I needed to get a white source. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, that's pretty bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Do what we gotta do. Yeah, I needed to get a white source. That's bad. Oh my gosh. If I draw Absolute Virtue, I'm gonna be absolutely upset. There is no chance. No chance. There is no shot that actually happened. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? That is insane. Come on. What did I say about Cursed Game? Unreal. Actually unreal. I am so mad at myself. And then they topped at Kuja. Like, I was so far ahead, and they went Side Quest Hunt the Mark, Kuja, and now Final Days. This is the most frustrating loss. Not close. They can sacrifice these treasures, and I mean, what is happening here? I need to naturally draw planes now to not die. I deserve it. I mean, I should have won this game. I should have. You know what? This is what this makes for entertaining content, okay? We'll just go with that. Are you not entertained by my blundering? By my blundering. I called it at least. It's the commentator's curse. Holy cow. I cannot... Like, we literally would have won. We literally should have won that game. All I do is get a plains. Why did I get a stupid town? I didn't need those colors. I'm not mad. You're mad. Okay, no, I'm mad. Oh, God. Ooh. Okay, I have my white source. I can get the blue-green town. Oh my gosh. You kind of want to play this a little bit later to, like, hopefully try to kill your opponent. So let's lead with the Toad. We're kind of out of action here. What do they have? Some way to kill this? Battle menu, sure. Wow, no 4-drop either. All right, we're getting a little bit flooded. This is where Travel the Overworld would really come in handy. Combat Tutorial also would be nice. Eject. BalMT Rexar. Omega. What the hell? I mean, it's got to be like a blitzball shot or something, right? I don't know. Sure. I guess if you have like double combat trick, which, you know, I'm not going to play around all that often, so fine. What the hell is happening today? I'm losing it here, folks. I am losing it. All right. Get the town back. Let's kill that. Play the town. 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 mana sources now. 7 lands left in the deck. Nothing to play from the opponent. Ooh, I drew a Syncopate. At least it's a relevant spell. So what, they just have like Crystals Chosen and a bunch of big things? I'm going to let this one resolve. They drew this one and they have a bunch of like big expensive cards. Okay, well now that I have a second Syncopate, it's fine. Like this deals 9 damage to me, I guess. Oh, there's their blue source. Maybe they have blue cards. All right. Oh, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I just think they're going to just keep playing big things, so I want to just turn on the Syncopate. Sure. And this is just going to die next turn, right? I mean, the problem is, like, I want to use this for something else, but, like, I think I should just play my 8/8, you know what I mean? So it's not ideal, but whatever. Like, I could certainly be getting a lot more value off of this Omega. So I'm not super confident in playing this turn. How are you a green-white aggro deck splashing blue and red here? Like, you're playing Chocomog. You're playing Chocomog. You should be a 2-color deck. Come on, man. All right. All right. Well, we are obscenely flooded. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But our deck is a lot of mana, so that's part of the cost of doing business. We have 2 really good card draw effects, and then of course we have our 8 mana spell. You know what? It's okay. It's okay. This is fine. This is fine. They have a land, sure. This is fine. This is fine. You can't phase me. It's okay. You know? You can laugh or you can cry. And we choose to laugh. All right? We choose to laugh. Look at this. Look at this. 0 respect from the game, but you do have a Saz. And we are getting absolutely obliterated. We totally should have won the last game. This is a 6-7 trampler. Whatever. Let's take it all. Let's draw absolute virtue. You know what? What's even better? Land number 13. Land number 13. Oh, man. I mean, it's fine. Look, the way that I look at this, okay? We had a good run. We've certainly drew well in a lot of those runs. We kind of soft forced this archetype, and I didn't play my best. I mean, I feel like I mostly played okay, and I made like one glaring error, which did cost me the game. Here, we simply just got flooded, which is something that can certainly happen when you draft these types of decks. I still thought this deck was sweet. Maybe I should have waited on the Omega until they played a creature, right? That could have buys me a little more time against the Saz, but the fact that they went Saz into Gladiolus, like, of course we're going to lose there. They had just really good follow-ups. This deck did have a lot of mana. I never drew Traveled, or I like almost never drew Travel the Overworld. I think I cast it once in 6 games. This would have been really important, which is why I put a high priority on this, and I took it over the Ignis, right, just because we have enough ramp. We had the Summon Fenrir, the Virtue, the Omega, Overworld, good ramp, good interaction. We kind of had a lot of good stuff, but the thing is, we're playing 16 lands. This is a mana source 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We're playing 22 mana sources, so perhaps I should have played another big thing in my deck. I can completely believe that. I don't know what that should have been. Maybe it's like an Ice Flawn. I think in that game specifically, I don't think it would have mattered. But yeah, obviously the biggest folly of this whole thing was just not getting a white source. Oh my gosh, Paul. And that's like playing on autopilot, right? You play a Towns deck, and I never had a white Town, but you play a Towns deck and you want to really lean into like having some Towns. Even though we only had 2 payoffs, I'm like, you know what? And you know what's crazy? Like, the Omega was milled. The Omega was milled. I don't need to get another Town. And if I play the Absolute Virtue, I straight up win that game. So we could have been playing more games of Magic. But you know what? Everybody makes mistakes, myself included. I called it, and then I immediately drew it, and I got punished. And there is no better representation for the word justice or karma or however you want to put it than somebody making a mistake and losing because of it. It's the same thing where somebody plays a 4-color mana base when they shouldn't be, and they get mana screwed and they lose, right? It's the same thing. You don't see it as often because we never see our opponent's hand, but anytime that happens, that's also justice. And in this case, I made a mistake and I lost, and then we got punished there, lost that game, and then the next game, Arena was like, nope, that after you make a mistake like that, we're not going to let you draw any more spells. Why would you? But you know what? At the end of the day, I thought this deck was still very solid, capable of a trophy. I had a lot of fun. And, you know, if this is the last Final Fantasy draft, so be it. I got to at least do the Towns thing once. It wasn't a busted Towns deck, but it was a sweet deck. And I think I at least tried to make a lot of picks to make this deck play out in a more fun way. And, you know, despite the loss, I hope you were still entertained. But as somebody who prides himself in playing high-level Magic, it's still annoying. It is really annoying. Oh my gosh. I am so annoyed. I'm sure a lot of you can relate, right? It's like, you know what's worse than getting flooded? Like, I feel less about that last loss because it was out of my control. I just drew a bunch of lands and I died. But the one before, when you know you could have done something differently and you lose as a result of that, those are the ones that hurt more because it's your fault. And here it was mine. All right, I'm done. Enough with my rant. Oh my gosh. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. As far as content goes for the future, I'm not sure. I'll just be doing more drafts of whatever is available. If you want to see a Spider-Man draft, I can try one and see if people like it. But then outside of that, Arena is going to be, I believe Duskmorn is in the future. I absolutely love that format as well. So maybe we can get some Duskmorn drafts in and whatever else Arena might have to offer. But I think this might be one of my last Final Fantasy drafts. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. As I really do appreciate it, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more daily videos just like this. If you've enjoyed this content and wanted to support the channel in another way, my Patreon is the best way to do so. That's patreon.com/paulcheon. Also, check out TCGplayer.com for all your Magic the Gathering singles and sealed product needs. If you want to buy booster boxes of Final Fantasy, Edge of Eternities, or even Spider-Man, or you wanted some singles for your standard, modern, or commander decks, check out tcgplayer.com, hit that affiliate link in the description below before making any purchases. Also, last but not least, go to heavyplay.com for premium Magic the Gathering supplies and accessories. They are your one-stop shop for everything you need for your next tabletop gaming experience. You need playmats, sleeves, dice boxes. They got all the good stuff. heavyplay.com/paulcheon will get you 10% off your first order. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow, because by then, the tears will be gone. I'm sorry, Absolute Virtue. I did you a disservice. See you tomorrow.